Okay guys, it's 5 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm just going to start ripping into this exhaust system because I'm running out of time to get this project happening in normal hours, so I'm going to try and just get up early and keep smashing it out when I can. Alright, let's run through this. So this is all the stuff I'm going to use to build the exhaust. Some of it I've had for years and some of it I've bought new from Performance Exhaust. I'll just quickly show you what it's going to look like. So this is the plan. Whether or not it goes like this is another thing, but alright, so I'm using Pacemaker 5000 headers. I think they actually came on the VR that I built, and I ended up shelving them in the workshop, but I'm going to resurrect them for this project. I mean, they've had a hard life, but they're actually not dinged up on the bottom or anything. Like they look alright, they're just a bit average, and they had these old GM ball style flange fittings on the end of them that reduced the ID down to like 1 inch 90 or something. So I've cut them off, and I've actually cut them right back to like around there, which gives me a true 2.5 inch. And I'm going to weld whatever link section I need. These are just leftover bits. I'm going to weld, probably about at least 50 mil onto the ends of them. This is 2.5 inch, both of them. And then mild steel 2.5 inch flange. So I'm going to kind of beef them up a little bit on the exit. Across to the back now. So the back is Manta system. It's a twin muffler system, 3 inch. It's in mild steel, and the front part of this Manta muffler actually goes like this to go to the factory cat setup. I'm actually going to cut that back and get rid of that dog leg and cut it back here, probably just behind where the tail shaft support is. That's just because there's just so much to fit in there now. I'm going to have to move it back. And when I cut it, I'll probably end up cutting that flange off so I can reuse it and re-weld it back onto here, save me buying a new one. And then it leads me to the middle section, which I'm going to build now. So I'm going to build it out of stainless, the whole thing. And that's because I have all these left over. And I got these from a shop in Dandy. I forgot what it was called, but muffler shop. And I was doing some inquiries for the turbo setup, and they ended up giving me a whole bunch of these mandrel bends, and they're pretty useful in this particular. I didn't think I was going to use them, but I think they're going to work out well here. So like, where are we? It goes like that, and then we'll just do something like this. So, for example, cat in, crossover, and then we back out to a 90 to the merge. So I think they'll work, and there's definitely enough combinations in there for what I need to do. And the best thing is they're free, so I'm going to give it a shot. So yeah, all of it's 2.5. They're kind of the section bends, so it's 1 section, 2 section, 1, and then 2 over here. There's obviously a few straights in there, which I had to buy new, just a couple sticks of 2.5. I'm running a twin cat setup. So, yeah, I mean, everyone has different ideas in this, and that's all fine. I'm just rolling with the best information I can get. I've decided to go twin 2.5s because that's what a few people have told me that I value their opinions on. So that's what I'm going to do. These are 50 cells, so there's not much there. And that's what you want. Almost see-through, essentially. So 50 cell cat is the highest flowing cat I think you can buy, which is good. It's what you want. And if anyone from the law enforcement wishes to look under it, they're more than welcome to, because they're there, they're fitted. Just they're not doing much, which is what I want. Yeah, so twins, and then we go into this nice merge that I bought. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah. To a 3 inch exit, 3 inch stainless flange, and that's about there. Then we're onto the Manta system. So that's the plan. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the the chrome tip at the end. At the moment, it looks pretty average. In fact, I'll just show you quickly, which I just hate. I reckon, like it just looks like a bloody, I don't know. It's like a Soviet rocket missile coming out the back of it or something. So that's going to get shot back and something's going to go there, depending on how I feel. I've got my heart set on one of those, like, it's like an oval style, like, you know, like a VQ HSV style chrome tip. Either that or just a 3-inch dump tip on the end of it, single dump. But anyway, that's later on down the track. So yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm probably gonna start working on I'll get the headers done first, and then I'll probably chop the Manta back, and then that'll open me up for what I'm gonna do in the middle. I'll just jump under the car now and just show you quickly what it looks like under there. Yeah, this is the Manta system, 3-inch under here. This is where the factory cat would go. And it has this sorry. It's early, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. This is the dog leg that brings it up to the cat. So I don't need that anymore because this is where the merge will go. I'll probably end up chopping this thing probably, I don't know, about there, at a guess. So flange there, the merge will go here, and then we do the crossover. I'll do the crossover up there. I'll put the passenger side cat under the shield. That's fine. I'm going to put the driver's side in this sort of cavity in there. I'll move my light. And then we come to the headers. So that's the driver's side header that I've chopped back. And the ID in there is 2.5 inches now, which is really good. And likewise with this, I've done the same thing over here. Yeah, so I'll probably end up tacking those first. I'm going to either put a little extension on them and then the flange on both sides. That's my first job. And then I'll probably chop this back next. And at least that I'll know then exactly what I have to do to make these two ends meet in the middle. And yeah, start going from there. All right, so this is when I come out and say that I've got no videos to show you with the build, I'll be honest. Yeah, look, it was pretty early in the morning through most of it, and it was absolutely freezing here in the workshop at the Peninsula. So, you know, I just got to work and got it done and took no shots of it really, or video. Well, I took no videos, but a few progress shots, which I'm playing up for you now in the corner. But that's about it, really. Since then, though, I have got the exhaust fitted up, so I'll run you through what it looks like now. Please excuse the engine bay. It's a bit of a mess because I'm trying to do bits and pieces everywhere, and it's, yeah, just getting a bit crazy. But the exhaust is in, and it's looking pretty good. I decided to wrap the headers in the Car Builder's titanium wrap, the 25mm wrap. Mainly because, well, it's cheaper. I think I got quoted about $500 to $600 to have the headers, just the headers, ceramic coated. And you know, I don't love the headers for one, and I've chopped them and modified them. They have a little couple of dings here and there, and I thought, you know what, I'd rather save the $600 and spend it somewhere else. So I wrapped them for about $60, I reckon. And it took about, 4 hours of my time. But it looks really good, and I think the titanium actually looks quite nice against the black and the silver of the bay. And to be honest, you know, I know ceramic coating, everyone swears by it, but I feel that the insulation wrap will do probably a better job anyway. I'll show you under the car. Okay, so as you can see, it's fully wrapped underneath. Plenty of clearance too for the starter motor. And I'm pretty sure I got the rack in after the header was on. So that's a bonus to always be able to have access to it. Okay, so fully wrapped all the way underneath still. As you can see, all the way to the crossover or the merge. All right, so fully wrapped underneath, as you can see, all the way to the merge collector. Plenty of clearance still. Like, well, shit, when I say plenty, there's like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch in there, so that's not great, but what can you do? It does get tight around the rack, but I think I got the rack in after the headers were on, so that's always a bonus. A bit better clearance around here. I mean, all this is where the factory exhaust runs down in there where the cat and all that type of stuff runs, so there's plenty of room up there. However, on the driver's side, and it's probably because I'm running the 400 to be honest, but on the driver's side, there's not much between the transmission and the header flange outlet, and that's why I had to sort of kink it over on that side, otherwise I just wouldn't get it in. And then because of that too, you know, I got the cross member behind it, so I couldn't sort of go, I wanted to go straight obviously, but I couldn't do that, so I had to put this dog leg in it. It probably looks better, probably looks worse on the camera than it is, but I just got out of the way, had to make the call and just get it done. And then so I got and then just past the cross member, you get into the 50 cell cats. Thinking back on it too, like I don't love the design actually after I finished, but I kind of feel like I could have just, you know, from up here just done like a massive like 45 straight to the collector, but it's much of a muchness. It's pretty much the same length I feel, and all it would have done is just done a harsher run. So yeah, who knows? You just got to do something at the end of the day, so that's what I did. I'll show you from another angle as well, just so you can see what's going on. Okay, this is probably a better angle. There you can see it again on the driver's side, close to the trans. And that cross member is unfortunately just in line with the pipe. Otherwise I would have, you know, continued as straight, but I had to put that dog leg in. But it's not a massive dog leg, and it's, you know, what are you gonna do? That comes all the way up to the 3-inch merge up the back here. Sorry about this, guys. I'm on the ground again. My bloody blue sheet crawling around. The passenger side is obviously a much nicer, straighter run. And I've moved the O2 sensor for two reasons. The factory sensor only picks up off on the pacemakers I think it's only on the 2 cylinders, and in the position on these headers is actually, the sensor actually points up into the manifold. So reading online, when you do that, you know, they can fill with water condensation and the sensor can fail prematurely over time. So the idea is to point them down so the water can't build up in them. Well, that's a theory anyway. So that's why I moved it to here. It's pointing down. It's probably the best of both worlds. And it's close enough to I think you want to keep it as close to the heat source as possible too. So just made the most sense to move it there. And that's a WV1 kit. Yeah. So look, all looks pretty pretty tidy. Didn't love the stainless steel making. It was pretty shit, to be honest. That's half the reason I wrapped it. I'll just come out and say it. And I had a lot of spare wrap left over, so I just went for it. I used the 50mm on the 3-inch. I recommended that, so yeah. I'll just show you quickly too. I tried to obviously keep the exhaust as high as possible when I built it. And like, so that I'm trying to hold that parallel with the floor. And the factory header comes out there. So like I'm no lower than that. As well as where this, I don't know if you can see it well, but that's the Manta muffler there. But actually points down. Yeah, there you can see it there. And it was actually pointing down a lot more than that. I've chopped about 200mm off that Manta. So it was actually kept on pointing down. So it must have, yeah, I don't know. But I wanted to keep up as high as possible for obvious reasons again. So I don't have to clip it on speed bumps and anything, or God forbid a tow truck. Don't mind the box, that's just holding up the tail shaft whilst I check a few things out. Yeah, so I'm trying to hold the phone parallel with the muffler there. And I don't know if you can see, but hopefully you can see that nothing's lower than that 3-inch flange coming off the Manta. So that's kind of what I was thinking, like, you know, that's where they determined the height to be. I'm still above that, so hopefully it's all right. What else? Plenty of clearance up around the diff. Hopefully I can find a way of showing you that. That'll do, something like that. That's all pretty good. Not much different around the back here. And I went with a 3-inch dump. And I did that because I pretty much couldn't find what I really wanted, which was the old VQ HSV oval style tip. You know, it was about 4 inches long, or maybe 3.5, 4 inches wide. And I looked online. I found quite a few like Japanese oval tips, obviously. However, they're all cut and weird. Like, you know, they all had like this like 30-degree, like, you know, exit angle. I think this is, you know, so they suit the chop bars and stuff. It's just, it didn't look right. It's not what I wanted. I wanted just the plain parallel oval tip. That's it. Couldn't find it, so I went with this. And, you know, if I don't like it, I can always change it later. It's easy enough. I just, you know, dump pipes on injected, you know, Commodore. I don't know. See how we look. It obviously suited a chrome bumper Commodore, but see how it goes. That's pretty much it, guys. As you can see, there's no tank because that's getting a bit of a birthday on the workshop table. So that'll be the next video, the fuel system and the tank resto. Yeah, until then, guys, I'll speak to you a bit later. Bye.